Vanquishers, grab your arsenal to balance the Interverse, where heroes from great orders strike with no hesitation for control of what remains. Entry into the Dimensional Rift comes with a heavy cost, as the once-known Draconian world has been ravaged, and you must traverse it to find balance. Be the hero you were meant to be by selecting what type of fighter and energy class best suits you. Take up weapons that cannot just attack, but can be modified to decimate your opponent. Use abilities, equip armor, and vitality to defend your hero until you are ready to V-trigger and unleash your full power. The large range of heroes, items, and abilities will allow you to customize your deck, play, and battle for supremacy. So, jump into the Interverse now by selecting your hero, equip weapons and armor, and vanquish your enemies. Kickstarter is only the beginning.
Welcome back, everyone, to episode 58 of the Popcorn Podcast. My name is Tommy Cresta, alongside me, Ryan Ferran. And today we're here to talk about episode 3 of House of the Dragon. But before we get into that, you can listen to the show on Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Music, anywhere you can find podcasts except for Pandora. Because they still despise us. I'm going to try and reach out to them again. Like, I want to know why we can't go on there.
That would be a fun thing if we ever got on there. We should have like the CEO of Pandora on.
Be like, so why'd you hate us for so long?
It probably would be hard.
It also wasn't hard because you said "fuck you, Pandora" on a couple of our episodes. It's like a 50-year-old man at. But yeah, we're here to talk about episode 3 of House of the Dragon. Me and Ryan and a couple of our friends watched it all together on Sunday at 9:00, which we've been doing we've done for every episode so far, except for Ryan. He didn't watch the first episode, the first baby. You watched the next morning, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause I was driving home.
And I mean, the show's just continuing to prove that it's one of the best shows on television so far, like of this year. Like just with 3 episodes done.
Yeah, 100%.
And I mean, we finally got to see some action. Like we got some action in the first one with like the tournament and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But this was the first like war action.
Yes.
And oh my god.
Yeah, the war in this episode was that, I mean, like full force in this episode.
Yeah, no. I mean, I think the show is just I think the show's doing an amazing job of not like doing it's still violent.
Yeah.
But it's definitely eased it down from what we got in the early season of Game of Thrones violent. Like, I think so. I feel like this, like, yeah, some of the, like, because it's not showing people, like, the whole scene of their arm getting cut off. It would show it, like, cut, and then, like, you'll see the guy behind them missing an arm.
Yeah.
Like, it's not as in-depth to the violence as it was before.
I see what you mean by that. But I mean, for sure, there definitely is more battles in this first season than there was in the first season of Game of Thrones.
Oh, yeah. I meant more like the early season, like 1 through 3 of Game of Thrones. Because there's some battles in the second season is very action-packed of Game of Thrones. Yeah, because there's the Battle of King's Landing.
The Battle of Blackwater.
Yeah, but it's King's Landing.
Yeah, but there's also that battle. Is it the first? No, it's the second season when Tyrion is in that battle.
That's the Battle of Blackwater.
No. Earlier on.
Yeah, but he doesn't even fight.
Yeah, but like in the books, it's like he fights in that battle.
Yeah.
But because they didn't have a budget for it,
they didn't do it.
Knocked out. Which is actually like, for all the reasons to cut out a battle, that's a pretty smart reason he's had.
I actually like that he doesn't fight in that battle.
Yeah, so do I. Because his character is completely different from both Tyrion.
Yeah.
But
back to House of the Dragon. I think Millie Alcock is continuing. Every episode, I love her character more and more as Rhaenyra.
Yeah. Her
adaptation of Rhaenyra.
Mm-hmm.
So I am kind of getting sad that I only have like an episode or so left with her.
Yeah, her and Emily Carey as Alicent Hightower.
She is so good as well.
Yeah, she's great.
And this episode starts with a 3-year time jump from when the last episode ends. And I mean, some people I feel like aren't gonna love the fact that every episode's been a time jump.
Yeah. But
they're easing into it so well that doesn't feel like oh, I don't know what's going on. Like, what have I missed? Like they're explaining to you, like they're kind of quote unquote dumbing it down.
Yeah, a little bit.
But I mean,
but I still think it's like it's not dumbed down to the point where they're like, it's been 3 years.
Yeah, like they
and,
show you the kid and they say it's his second birthday.
Yeah, they kind of like they say it in like almost offhanded dialogue.
Yeah.
You don't realize unless you're paying attention how much time has passed.
I saw a thing on Instagram and this guy was like, everyone keeps saying it was a 3-year time jump. The baby's 2, it's 2 years. And everyone was just like, do you know how long it takes for a baby to be born? She's not pregnant when the episode ends of the last episode.
Yeah.
But it's so funny to just like, and of course, something surrounding this third episode, me and Ryan found out before we started recording, was that there's a big CGI mishap in this episode.
Yeah.
And it's when Paddy Constantine, Viserys, he lost 2 of his fingers, which was shown in the other episodes. And it's clear as day, he just has green fingers because they're gonna CG it out, and they never did.
Yeah, they did.
And
it is kind of funny how they left that out, but that is another thing where you have to be paying attention to even notice that. Because the scene when we noticed it was just him talking. You just see his fingers are missing.
yeah, which I liked that they didn't make like a big point to show.
I like they don't point it out. It's if you notice, you notice. But it's something that you can do that with because it's not really that important to the story. It's more metaphoric.
Yeah.
So it's something that if you miss, it's not really going to matter that much. But if you notice, it adds another layer to his character, to the story.
Yeah, because I said like while we were watching, like, oh my god, his fingers are gone.
Yeah.
Because you finally get like a look at it.
Yeah.
But I think a character I was really excited to see was Jefferson Hall as Jason Lannister.
Jason in Thailand.
Yeah, because Jace, for those who don't know, Jefferson Hall is in the first of the Seth Gordon Green Halloweens. He's the podcaster. The one that gets killed in the auto shop when in the bathroom.
Oh, yeah, he is.
That's
yeah.
him.
He's also in Game of Thrones.
He is?
He's in the first season, yeah.
Really?
He's you know the joust where the joust with like the mountain and the hound fighting.
Yes.
First season. He's one of the knights in that who dies.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's in that. I forget the name of the knight, but yeah, he gets killed by the mountain while jousting.
Oh, he's that guy.
Yeah, he's actually he gets hit in the neck and bleeds out. Yeah.
And a really cool little thing is that the baby's named Aegon Targaryen.
Yeah.
After Aegon the Conqueror. And I said this to Ryan while we're watching the episode. It's so funny how to the Targaryens and the Valerians that Aegon's like a hero.
Yeah.
But to the rest of the world, he's an evil human being who literally murdered everyone.
Yeah.
And I think my stand-up for this episode, though, was Paddy Constantine. I loved him in this episode.
He was great in this episode.
Because it was showing, Sean said it while we were watching it. He was saying, it's really showing how he's breaking down as a human.
Yeah.
Because he feels, he's getting kind of nervous that maybe he made the wrong choice making Rhaenyra his heir.
Yeah.
Because the rest of the kingdom doesn't believe in it.
Mm-hmm.
And we see Jason Lannister go behind his back and still ask Rhaenyra to be his wife, even though he said to him no. So we're seeing that everyone still wants Rhaenyra to be taken, have Aegon take over her place.
Yeah.
But I think Rhaenyra should still be the queen.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so too. By the way, I looked it up. Jefferson Hall played Sir Hugh of the Vale in Game of Thrones. That was the character's name. So
yeah.
Rip Sir Hugh. But back to
the Vale's terrible in that show.
Oh, dude, the Vale sucks. I hope the
the Vale has the hole in the floor, right?
Yeah, the Vale.
Yeah.
The Eerie.
That's what I thought. I hate that family. The son's so weird.
Yeah. It's the Catelyn and God, what was her name?
Catelyn Stark's sister lives there.
Lady Aaron.
She's the princess.
Yeah.
The queen.
The queen.
Reese Ifans kind of took a sideline for this episode. I felt like.
Yeah, he did, and I kind of liked in the very beginning, his brother comes in, he's the older.
The other Hightower.
The head of the Hightower family, but Otto is
what's
the
his name?
King.
Let me try and find him.
But I like how you kind of see like he told Otto that like, hey, you got to get the king in check. Like you got to do your job and like get this shit going, because it shows that while Otto may be kind of the little finger.
Hobart Hightower, right?
Yeah.
Stephen
While
Road.
Otto might be kind of the little finger of this show, and he's very smart and very
manipulative.
Yeah, manipulative. His brother and other people who are maybe higher than him are still even more manipulative than him. Like,
yeah.
There's so much shit manipulation going on in this world. It's wild.
I did love Emily Carey, who plays Allison.
Mm-hmm.
I love her scene with Otto though, where she's trying to balance everyone's expectations.
Yeah.
She wants to get Rhaenyra back as her friend because they've been friends their entire lives.
Mhm.
She's trying to keep Viserys happy because that's her husband, and
Yeah.
she wants to stay to his plan. But she also wants to make Otto happy because that's her dad, and he wants Aegon to be the king because that will give him more power.
Yeah.
And one of the most fucked up scenes in this episode is when they're like, Rhaenyra should marry Aegon. And then they cut
Dude,
right from that to the
I
baby.
love that even Viserys was like, he's 2.
Yeah,
What do you
like,
mean? Like,
you know it's
what?
bad when someone else in that time period realizes it's bad.
Yeah, like he's 2 years old.
I do gotta give Viserys credit though. Didn't
Yeah.
marry the 12-year-old, and
Yeah.
he's not trying to give his.
I think he
Daughter.
got better this episode. And people are still kind of clowning on him, saying that he's way too soft, which he is.
Oh, he's definitely not a great king.
Yeah, no, he's not.
But he's a
but-
good human being.
Yeah, he's better than the people around him, which I think is something that we don't really see that much in this world. Besides,
Yeah.
like Ned Stark and stuff. But he's also very different from those characters too.
Yeah, like he has resemblance to a lot of the characters we saw in Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
But in this world, like in House of Dragon, he is by far the most kind human being.
Yeah, by far.
Like, and I love Rhaenyra, but Rhaenyra's even got like a little. You can see that she has a little edge to her.
Yeah, she's a little feisty.
And I mean, she's Millie Alcock has done an incredible job with this character.
Yeah.
And every scene she gives it her all. And I love when she starts bad mouthing the other wives.
Mhm.
When she's like, oh, like she's
Yeah,
so
they're all-
smart that she's willing to like talk right back to them because she knows she has power.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I
Allison pulled the power card on her early in the
Yeah, I love
episode.
They're sitting under the weirwood tree, and she's got the bag playlist on. She's just
She got her song on
playing
repeat.
Dude, I love how he's like another Samwell too.
Yeah.
Samwell, he's like, you want to play a different song? She's like, no.
She said, "Did I say stop?"
Yeah, and then she just keeps going. But she was like, I'm your
Oh.
princess. You got to keep going.
My bad,
And
everyone.
then Allison just pulled rank on her. She's like, hey, I'm the queen.
Yeah, because she
Stop.
was like, the princess says stay, and she's like, well, the queen says leave.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn.
I love his like. He stood up and he's like,
I'm sorry.
I'm dead. Sorry, I gotta go.
He's like, my queen, princess, and then he like runs away. I mean, if I was him, I'd be out of that room so
Yeah,
quickly.
Targaryen, you're not getting your head cut off. You're gonna burn alive by a dragon.
And Damon, he had a big third act, but in these last 2 episodes, he's had much smaller roles.
Yeah.
Like, yet this third act was awesome,
Mhm.
but he didn't have. It was like more of an action sequence than
Yeah.
a character development scene.
Yeah, 100%.
But it also felt like, because I'm assuming everyone that's listening to us talk right now has watched the episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
I
feel
don't
like
know why.
yeah. Why would you listen to this if you
Yeah.
haven't? But when Damon fights the free cities, the free folk, because they're free folk, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
they say they're from the free cities. It reminded me so much of Battle of the Bastards,
Really?
like that, like
John running. against
yeah,
the
because it was
Arrows.
just him and all
Yeah.
that. I don't know. As soon as it happened, and like he like holding the sword, I was like, he's not
Mhm.
giving up.
No.
But I took that as like I'm saying it's not character development scene. It also kind of showing that because as soon as Viserys sends the letter saying we're gonna help you,
Mhm.
it's showing he's like, I don't want help. I want to
Yeah.
prove that I can do this on my own.
Yeah, it is a lot. It is basically like an action set piece. Like it's just a whole battle going on, but there is that underlying.
Man, that
notion
guy
of, like-
does not have a muffler on his car.
No, he does not. There is that underlying kind of notion that Damon just wants to do things by himself. He wants to show that he is strong enough to be the king. He wants to prove to everyone that he can do this. So he refuses his brother's help by just going and doing it himself, which it was awesome. But I do think that there was a little bit of plot armor with him running against the arrows. Like
Oh no, there was definitely some plot, but you
a
can't
lot,
kill
but
Damon.
like it wasn't terrible. It wasn't as bad.
It
as-
wasn't like the Long Night.
No, it wasn't like John and Battle of the Bastards.
Hey,
They're-
that was awesome.
They're both very similar. They're both running against a barrage of arrows, but John doesn't get hit a single time. John is like perfectly fine in that battle.
David
I do
gets a little fucked up.
Yeah, Damon is like running and he kind of breaks for cover every once in a while, but he's running so fast, and I think that's how he avoids most of the arrows. But you see, the second he stops, he gets hit like 2 or 3 times.
Yeah, because he gets the one in the back of his calf.
Yeah, he gets one on the calf, he gets one on the shoulder,
And he gets one in the
ribs.
stomach.
Yeah. So I think it was a little bit of plot armor, but not as bad as some of the later seasons of Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Which was awesome.
Like the
to see.
Long Night might be some of the worst plot armor I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Which we talked about with Luke when we did for the
Yeah,
first
I mean,
episode
Sam
of the show.
should've-
Oh, yeah.
Sam should've been going.
As much as I
Padre-
love Sam.
Yeah, Padre Podrick's no chance.
Yo, Podrick, that guy.
Yeah. Have you seen the behind the scenes of that?
Yeah.
The clip where they're like, it's Brienne, Jaime, and Podrick fighting them off. It's literally White Walkers standing in a line, and they just one at a time go up. They're just, oh my god.
That took them 2 months
Yeah.
to film that at one
All-night
episode,
shoots.
all night shoots. And
Crazy.
I think I talked about this before when they were doing Battle of the Bastards. They had Jon Snow's stunt doubles getting killed because then people were like, "Oh my god, are they killing off Jon Snow?"
Yeah.
And they had people getting their arms cut off, amputees that would wear a fake ligament, not ligament, extremity.
Yeah.
And but going back to House of Dragon, my only downside this entire episode, we talked about this too, was one, the CGI of the deers.
Yeah.
Because the boar actually looked pretty good.
The boar didn't look that bad.
But I also think the boar might have been like somewhat like real, not like an actual boar, but like something there.
Something there, yeah. And it was also dark out, so it's
So
like
it
easier.
made it easier
Yeah,
to hide
plus
it.
It was moving really fast, which it can be hard to CGI, but I feel like in that instance, when it's moving fast and it's not focused on.
And then when it's right on top of it, you don't have to do much movement. It just has to render it
and
around.
she's stabbing the shit out of it.
Yeah, you don't have to see it.
Yeah, but also I've seen people kind of upset with the blood in this because it doesn't look great, the blood splatters, but there's also a lot of practical blood. Like I don't know if you saw.
Yeah, it
they
seemed
had,
more natural.
Yeah, but they had like maces, like plastic or like breakaway glass maces, and they fill them up with fake blood. So on the battle on the beach, they would legit like hit each other in the head and they would explode with blood.
Oh,
that's
shit.
how like when you see somebody like getting bashed over their head and they get all bloody, that's literally it's fake blood just
hitting on their head,
which is awesome and it looked great.
I didn't mind the blood. And then my other downside, I wish you got to see Daemon kill the crab feeder. I don't get why you wouldn't show that.
Yeah, I think it's more like
I get like the secondhand accounts and like that's what the whole House of the Dragon's based off of. So no one ever saw that. But like you can take your own like thoughts on it and show what happened. Because I feel like Daemon probably gave him some great one-liner. Or Daemon just screamed like a crazy person. Yeah. When he comes out of that cave, he's just covered in blood. Not even half a body. Man's got an arm.
Yeah, it was cool seeing him.
It was cool to finally see get a full sequence.
Yeah, it was cool seeing him walk out of the cave like a badass. But I do understand that you want to see him kill the crab feeder. But I can see the other side of it where like the crab feeder isn't a fighter. Like he's not.
He's a strategist.
Yeah, like he's a super skinny guy. I think people think he has grayscale too, which he might. I don't know. He just kind of.
I think he just had burns.
Yeah,
it looks just more like a burn.
And, like, he looked like a pirate. Like he looked like he had scurvy everywhere. You know, like it didn't look like grayscale to me. But he's all messed up. He's frail. He's skinny guy. So I don't think it was much of a fight. I think it was more Daemon just going in there and killing him. So I can see why they didn't add that because it's kind of a useless fight scene. But I really like that he just walked out and just stood there. Like he knew how big this was. He didn't need his brother's help. He didn't need help. He just took care of it on his own.
Yeah, because they talk about how they're getting beat. Like Corlys and Daemon are losing the war.
Yeah, they are losing.
And this had my favorite ending to an episode.
Really?
When it's Viserys talking to Rhaenyra, and he tells her, she's like, I'm not your heir anymore. And he's like, what made you think that? And he tells her, he's like, you will not lose this spot. Like,
yeah, you will not be usurped or whatever word.
Yeah, he says he's not going to replace her.
Yeah.
He promises on the mother's memory.
And he said that Rhaenyra can marry whoever she wants.
And I thought that was really showing what we had already talked about, that Viserys is a kind-hearted human.
Yeah.
He's not like the rest of the Targaryens that we've seen over the years, which is really just Daenerys and her brother. But they were both. Daenerys becomes evil. The brother is just straight up a horrible.
Jon's a Targaryen too. Don't forget it. He's the best of them.
No, he's not. Daemon.
Saw Rhaegar for a little bit too.
I would let Daemon. I don't know who I'd take in a fight, Daemon or Jon.
It'd be a good fight.
Because Daemon is fully trained.
Yeah.
Like perfect. Jon's trained too, but not to the same caliber.
I don't know.
Of
Daemon.
Daemon.
He was trained in Winterfell. He basically trained all the guys in the Night's Watch.
No, remember he's not trained in Winterfell. He trains himself outside.
He himself,
Daemon has probably a trained officer that trained him.
Yeah.
And I love Kristen Cole in this episode because he's literally just protecting Rhaenyra.
Yeah.
And when Rhaenyra tells him not to kill the white-hearted deer, I really like that because that's showing that she's like, there's no need to upscale my father.
Yeah.
Like this is his day.
Yeah.
And then Yet that deer did not look good. It looked like a Last of Us scene,
Yeah.
which
It
people
didn't
were like,
look
The Last of Us looks great. Not when it's a live action TV
Yeah,
show.
it's still a video game. It didn't look amazing, but I think it's more about the symbolism of like
Yeah.
the White Hart coming to Rhaenyra obviously shows that she is going to
She's-
be a better queen than
Viserys is a
than
king.
Aemon, because this was about Aemon. It was about Aemon. If you found the White Hart, it would have been a good
Yeah.
for Aemon, or Aegon.
Yeah, I was like, who's Aemon?
Yeah. But instead, you see that Rhaenyra will probably be the gods have chosen her. Basically, is what it's saying.
I'm excited to see the guy who's playing Aegon.
Yeah.
Tom Glenn Carney.
Yeah, he should be cool.
But it was pretty cool. The preview for the next episode was the first time we've seen Emma Darcy and Olivia Cook in the trailer.
Mm-hmm.
It showed both of them.
Yeah.
So I feel like we either have one last episode fully of Millie Alcock and Emily Carey,
Maybe like
or
eight
that,
episodes.
or it's just half an episode. Because I feel like they don't have much time left for them to be the leads anymore.
Yeah.
Because I mean, with the way that this is jumping, the next time jump could be the 10-year time jump, whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
I forget. But yeah, I feel like this was. I think this was my favorite episode, but I don't think it was the best episode.
Really?
I think the first was still, I think,
yeah,
the best
I think
episode.
one's still the best.
But this was probably my favorite because I really did love. I loved Viserys in the whole episode, especially the scene by the fire.
Yeah.
Where he's explaining that he's the reason the wife's dead, and
Yeah.
they never wanted to remarry. Like he's explaining all this to his wife, which is kind of messed up. But I felt like this had a lot of like my favorite scenes, and I really thought the beach battle was just.
It was awesome.
It was.
Yeah.
It felt like Game of Thrones. Like
Yeah.
it felt like that world. It felt like the battle. It didn't feel like season 7 and 8's battles,
Mm-hmm.
where it didn't feel realistic. It felt
Yeah.
a little too much.
Yeah, we also got the reveal that Laenor Valerian, is that his name?
The brother.
Corlys's kid.
Yeah.
He has his own dragon, Sea Smoke.
Yeah.
Which the Valerians do have dragons, so that
Yeah,
the
'cause there's-
12-year-old girl also has a dragon.
Yeah, because
But,
Princess Rhaenyra is
It's
not
Targaryen.
Rhaenyra. Rhaenys.
Rhaenys, yeah.
Rhaenys is Targaryen.
Yeah, so her kids both got dragon eggs. So they both have dragons. But I also loved how the
Look at this.
Valerian army, you can tell it's the richest house in the
Yeah,
city.
because they got some nice ass
They
gear
had
too.
really nice armor. Like, it was shiny. They like all the soldiers had armor. You go back to Game of Thrones, guys are just wearing like leather and stuff. Like they're not wearing armor unless they're like high up. Every one of these soldiers had armor on, which was awesome to see. And also Corlys's like glaive thing.
That thing was
That was
sick.
awesome.
Dude, I love the shot of him where it's him looking. It's like in the middle of the battle, and he's just covered in blood.
Yeah, he's just looking around. Oh my god, it was awesome.
Have you seen the Instagram post? They've all been like, dragons aren't afraid of blood. And it's like Daemon covered in blood, Jon.
Yeah.
And then I love when Millie Alcock comes back with the boar and she's just got blood all down the side of her.
Yeah.
And I guess some people, aren't loving the CGI blood sometimes that they've been using.
Mhm.
But you also got to remember, they need some CGI and some of not everything can be practical. I mean,
Yeah.
a lot of it could because we just watched Jaws and
Mhm.
that movie's entirety is practical.
Yeah. But you can also tell they're putting a lot more effort into the dragons than anything else, which you can't really blame them for.
I would rather the dragons look good
Yeah.
than a deer that we see in one episode.
Yeah.
Because the dragons have showed up in every episode.
Yeah. If they made a show about the Baratheons, it'd be the other way around. But like that'd be boring in the show.
Yes.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean if the show called House of the Dragon had shitty looking dragons, it wouldn't be that good. So
No, it'd be very sad.
Yeah.
But yeah, did you have a favorite scene from this episode?
I think probably one of the talking scenes, either the scene with
There's a scene by the fire.
the fire, and then Viserys
There's
and
the
Rhaenyra
end
at
when
the
they
end.
talk with just Rhaenyra and him.
Yeah, or Rhaenyra and
Otto and
his brother.
no, and the daughter.
Oh, Allison.
Yeah, Allison. There's that scene, which
Yeah.
I thought was really.
I think maybe the fire scene.
The fire scene just looked amazing,
Mm-hmm.
and then I love that that's a set. That
Yeah.
whole entire the hunt.
Yeah, it was awesome.
It's just on set, which again, Game of Thrones. And I'm gonna call out another show right now for this: the new Lord of the Rings show.
Yeah, I still haven't watched it yet.
Dude, I know you, and I know how you feel about green screen because we have the same thoughts on this kind of stuff. There's scenes where you're like looking, you're like, this had $100 million an episode.
It's crazy.
It's weird because I know that they're in the Elvish town. I know I'm getting off topic of House of Dragon talking about Rings of Power, but people are saying like, oh, it's just getting hated on like by the audiences because like people like what they call the kids? They were calling them like just haters pretty much
Yeah.
because it has a 36% audience score right now.
Really?
Yeah, and they're saying people are just hating on it. I watched it. And I only watched the first episode, so I haven't seen the second one yet. It's boring, and it didn't hold up compared to this.
Yeah.
Which, for months now, me and you have talked about this on the podcast. We thought these two were gonna battle weekly, and just after the first one of House of the Dragon, the first one Rings of Power, it doesn't even seem close.
Not even comparable. Yeah.
Because like when I watched the first episode of House of the Dragon, I was like, holy shit, I'm back in Westeros. Like
Yeah.
I'm here, and I never felt like I was back in the world of Middle
It
Earth.
didn't feel like Middle Earth. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, that's just my little rant about how I'm not enjoying Rings of Power after one episode.
Gotcha.
But yeah, are you excited for next week's episode? Because next week looks like it's about to get crazy. Because now it's really starting to put pieces in play.
Yeah, I think next week is the start of like the War in the Stepstones is done. He has a male heir, like all of the pieces of the puzzle.
And Daemon now is going to want credit for what he did.
Yeah.
And we see that in the preview, Daemon attacks Rhaenyra's ship with Kristen Cole in it. And I just feel like everything political is set up now, and all the drama that Game of Thrones has done so well over that whole show is all set into place and ready to go.
Yeah, they have all the chess pieces ready. Now they just need to
do it.
Yeah, they just need to mate us.
And this show has actually went up by viewership. Not viewership, it's still killing in viewership, but rating, because Rotten Tomatoes, I think it debuted at 81, then it went to an 83, and now it's at an 85. IMDb was like an 8.4, now it's an 8.8 out of 10. Excuse me. And I agree with them. I feel like the show is consistently, the writing's just as good throughout. I haven't felt like there's any unnecessary sequences yet.
Yeah.
I mean, if you have any other different thoughts, you can say that. But to me, at least, this show has done exactly what I wanted it to do.
Yeah.
And I get so hyped every time that intro plays.
Yeah, it's great.
I might actually like the animation for this one more than the Game of Thrones one.
Really?
But Game of Thrones one changes, which makes it cool.
It does.
Like the wall getting destroyed eventually.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know. This one, I really like the use of the blood. And for people who don't know, it's actually telling you the story of the Valerians and the Targaryens.
Yeah, it's the whole Targaryen line.
And I don't know, that last shot when it zooms in on that House of the Dragon symbol, Targaryen symbol. Oh, every time I'm like, yeah. But yeah. Do you have anything else you want to say about this episode?
No, it was a great episode. I'm more excited. It wasn't my favorite episode so far. I think it might be my least favorite, honestly, out of the three.
Yeah.
But I'm still not saying anything.
Yeah, because the other two have been great.
All three are amazing. Yeah. But I'm more excited for what's going to come after than I was last week.
Yeah.
If that means anything.
Like you're more excited for episode 4 than you were going into episode 3.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I agree because that trailer looks so good.
Mm-hmm.
And it's really about to be a battle now. Political it's going to be a political drama from here on out. There might be some fight scenes, but this is going to be about who's going to be the next queen or king.
Yeah. Yeah, because I mean, as cool as it is seeing dragons in battle, it is a little boring because, like...
No one can beat that right now. At this point, no one can beat it.
Yeah, unless you're Dorne and you just do shit. But, you know, I'm excited to get back into the political stuff. Like, that was always the most interesting part of Game of Thrones.
And it's one of the best, it's probably the best season of Game of Thrones, the whole courtroom drama part in season 3.
Dude, every scene between Varys and Littlefinger.
It's always so good.
So good.
Any stuff where people stab each other in the back, any of that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Literally or figuratively in Game of Thrones has always been the best part.
It's just so much fun.
So I'm very happy with the show so far, and I'm very happy that everyone else is enjoying it just as much as me and you are.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like that's everything I have. Sadly, we don't have any fan questions today because we're actually going from this episode to recording the episode with William Spencer. Those who don't know, he was Andrew Garfield's stunt double in all the Spider-Man films, and he's a world-class skateboarder and parkour.
Yeah.
So no fan questions this week. But we're still going to do our suggestion of the week, and then we'll probably close out the episode. So, Ryan, what are you suggesting this week?
Do you want to go first? No, I'm going to suggest Smiling Friends. It's on HBO Max.
Yeah.
It was Adult Swim. Well, it is Adult Swim, but Adult Swim is on HBO Max. So, watch Smiling Friends. It's hilarious. That's all I got to say about that.
So, I'm going to go... I'm gonna go with Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 1 because Reese Ifans is in it. So you can check that out on HBO Max or Peacock. But don't check out The King's Man. That movie was terrible. Reese Ifans was very good in it though. But yeah, check out Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 1. And kind of because I have a tattoo of it. So I'm just going to use that as my little thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, that concludes our episode 3 review of House of the Dragon. Yeah. I really enjoyed the episode and I can't wait for next week. Ryan, is there anything you want to add before we get going?
No, I'm also excited to see what comes next. So yeah. See ya.
I wasn't going to end it there. I was going to.
Well, you can now.
Are you sure?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay,
See ya.
cool. Bye, everyone.
See ya.